Hey everybody, it's Max Action here, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Build Something With Me, where we're going to be building something amazing, whether that is your business, whether that is your personal life, whether that is your body, whatever it is, we're getting in the mindset to take massive action and build something amazing that's going to truly be life-changing for you. And so in this episode, I want to talk to you about something extremely important, and it's going to be the people that you're surrounded with, the people who support you no matter what, and how to get them on your side. So this is your family. This is your spouse or your significant other, your partner. This is your friends. This is your clients and your customers. All of these people play an important role in you taking action, being excited, and being able to live the life that you want to. Far too often, people don't have a strong relationship with the people around them, and it turns into, I can't be successful because my wife doesn't support me. I can't be successful because my parents don't want me to do what really fulfills me. I can't be successful because my friends give me a whole bunch of trash about this and tell me I'm embarrassing myself and to completely stop what I'm doing. I've got clients that have given me negative feedback. They don't support what I'm doing, and I can't get them to realize what is really important and what my purpose is in life. So these relationships, the people that are around you, they're the ones that support you. And whether or not you think you can do everything by yourself, trust me, all of these relationships play a key role in your success. Because if you don't feel that you have support, you're not going to try as hard. You're going to quit early because you don't have that encouragement behind you. You don't have that feeling that somebody's got your back. And realistically, that feeling, those people that surround you, are going to be the ones that help you succeed wildly or will be the cause of you thinking you're going to fail. Now, realistically, this all comes down to you, who you're going to surround yourself with, who you're going to let in and be a part of your life. Now, some people, they're going to be part of your life regardless. Your family, your friends, your significant other especially. If you don't have a good relationship with your significant other, your partner, your spouse, the person who's going to be right next to you, and they don't approve of what you want to do for whatever reason, it's going to be really difficult for you to succeed because your values aren't in alignment. They're not supporting what it is you want to do. And if they're not supportive of your dream, what's going to happen later on down the road is it's only going to lead to resentment. That idea that I could have succeeded if you would have supported me, right? It's going to be that resentful feeling that if it wasn't for that person, that you would have succeeded. That if it wasn't for that person, you stayed next to them and you gave up your dream for them. And the only thing that creates is a resentful relationship. And that's not something I want for you. I want relationships to surround you that help build you up, that help support you in what it is you want to do, and help support you taking action and being successful in your life. So the question comes down to, what do these people, your friends, your family, your spouse, your clients, your customers, what do they need in order to support you? Number one, they need to be able to trust you. Trusting you means they've got to trust that when you say you're going to do something, you actually follow through and do it, right? There's so many people that will say that they're going to accomplish great things, that they're going to take action. This time is the time. And yet when push comes to shove, they have a fantastic excuse on why they didn't follow through. Now realize this. Every single time that you tell your family, you tell your spouse, your partner, that you're going to do this grandiose thing, you share with them your great idea of the future, what's going to truly give you fulfillment. And they get excited right along with you, going, yes, you're going to do this. This is going to be amazing. And then you don't do anything. You let fear get in your way. You let circumstances stop you. And what does that do with your relationship with your partner? Your partner was super excited to hear about all of these amazing things you're going to do. And then you didn't do anything with it. And now this actually conditions them to not trust you. Because then the next time you come up with a fantastic idea and it's going to be amazing, it's going to revolutionize the world, your life is going to change massively because of it. And then you don't follow through again. And what happens? They got super excited. And then all of a sudden, you didn't follow through. And they feel discouraged yet again. Another promise broken. And then by the third, the fourth, the fifth time that you've told them this wonderful idea that you are excited about right now, and then you didn't follow through with it, now they don't want to hear about any of the things that you're doing anymore. When you come up with them and you've got a fantastic idea and you're super excited with it, and they go, oh, cool. And that's all you get. You go, wait a minute, but I've got this great idea. Isn't this exciting? And they go, yeah, it's great. That's cool. Why don't they give you that support, that excitement? It's because they don't trust you. It's because they've associated that pain with you telling them everything that you're going to do and then not following through with it. And so when you condition them to not trust you, it becomes harder and harder for them to trust and support you on all the things that you want to do because they don't want to get disappointed again. They don't want to be discouraged. They don't want to be so excited and giving of themselves only to be let down at the last moment because you got scared, because you didn't want to take the action that you were supposed to, because you procrastinated, or whatever the case may be. They have to trust you. Now, once you can build that trust, you will have a massive area of support. But if you've destroyed that trust already, you have to build it back. And you can't expect people to automatically trust you after they've been conditioned to already expect defeat and failure. So you're going to have to build that trust up little by little. And here's how you can do it. This is the second thing that people are going to need from you in order to support you. They're going to need a visual of being able to see you actually doing the thing. Whatever that is, whether it's creating content like I'm doing right now, whether that is you getting on the phone, talking to new people, introducing yourself, passing out cards, whether that's them seeing you ordering smaller portions and pushing the plate away, or just making time for them on date nights and things like that if you're building a relationship. They've got to see you actually taking the steps forward, taking action, so they can tell, oh, you're actually trying. You're actually taking some steps forward. Ideas are fantastic, but at the end of the day, I want to see somebody that gets up off their butt to go actually do something. Because if I can see you actually trying, it gives me hope. It gives me something to fall back on to say, hey, if at the end of the day they don't succeed, I can tell they were at least giving an effort. So giving an effort is one of the big things that they want to be able to see. They want to be able to tell that you're doing something. And then the third thing that they're going to need from you is they need you to talk to them. They need you to communicate with them as to what you've already done, what you've accomplished. When you've done something great, make sure to go tell them, hey, did you know I just put up a new piece of content? Hey, guess what? I just booked a new client. Or I just had 3 great client meetings. Tell them about it. If you don't say anything and you keep it all to yourself, they're never going to know. And you telling them that you're doing it, you're constantly giving them updates. You're communicating with them as to where you are. This is huge because the more that you communicate with them, the more excited they can be. The more they can tell all of the different things that you're doing that they didn't see you do, right? So anything that you have, anything of merit, make sure to tell them about it. Tell them what you've already done. Tell them how everything is progressing and how you're doing. Really play it up, because when they can know, they can trust you, they can see what you're doing, and they can hear about all of the things that they didn't see, then they can start trusting you. Then they start supporting you wholeheartedly rather than just a half attempt, because they can trust that you're going to follow through with what you said you're going to do. Because if they don't think you're going to follow through, and they think it's just going to end up as emotional difficulty, as that emotional disappointment on their end, they're going to be a lot less encouraging of you. They're going to be a lot less apt to support you in the way that you need it most. Now, let's flip the script and say, now those things that we just covered, those are things that you can do. Those are things that are your responsibility. You have to get them to trust you. You have to get them to see what it is you're doing, and you have to communicate with them on what's going on and what you've done. These are things that you can do. These are actions you can take, and you're responsible for them. You can't put it on them. Now, what happens with a lot of people, and we're flipping the script here, this is what you're going to need from them in order to support you and help you be successful. What happens a lot of times is people that don't have a lot of trust with the people that are around them. They don't have a lot of trust with mom and dad, right? I want to be a full-time creator. This is going to be amazing. Mom and dad don't understand it, and therefore don't support you in that. They want you to go off and become a lawyer or a doctor or something like that. They don't support you in your efforts to do what it is you want to do and fulfill your destiny and your life and what makes you feel good. For your spouse, they might need to support you in a way of saying, yeah, I encourage you to do this. And they might not. They might not be supportive because you've told them all of these things that you were going to do, and you disappointed them when you didn't take action. Now they're not really sure if they can support you in the same way that you really need. Friends, there's a lot of times when you're talking to your friends and there's a different dynamic. They don't know what it is you're doing. They've never seen this side of you. They see you as the fun friend that goes out, that drinks with them, that plays video games with them, that wastes time with them, that does all sorts of stuff that doesn't move you in the right direction. And now you're expecting them to support you in a new effort that could potentially remove you from that friendship. And that's going to be scary for them. It's scary when they see you doing something they never envisioned you doing. And they say, you're going to embarrass yourself. This is crazy. You've never done anything like this before. This is stupid. And they give you those types of jabs that make you feel less confident about yourself. It makes you feel uncertain. Are my friends right? And here's the thing is you might need to get new friends. Bottom line. Because if your friends aren't supportive of you, then you need to find friends that are. You need to be able to tell them that, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm really excited about this. This is something that's truly fulfilling. It's a dream I have that I'm finally living. I finally made the decision, the commitment to do something. And I wish I made this a long time ago, but I'm making it right now, and I need your support. And if you can't give that support to me, that's fine, but I'm going to need to move on to something else. Because you need that support from these people around you. If you don't have that, you end up asking for permission instead of asking for support. You're asking your spouse, can I do this? Rather than saying, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit to myself. I'm going to commit to us. And I'm going to push forward with everything I have. And I just need your support. I'm not asking you for permission. I'm asking you for support. The same thing is true with your parents. If friends, family, especially with your parents, because they might say, what you're doing, I don't support. I don't understand it. I'm not sure what this is. And you say, you know what? This is something that I'm doing for me. I'm taking action. I'm making a decision that this is what I want to do for me. And I just am asking for your support in this. And realize that any of these people, for all of the things that you need for support, they might not be able or willing to give. Your parents might not support you in your decisions. Your family might not support you in what it is you want to do. Your spouse, your friends, they might not support you in what you want to do. And you're going to have to be okay with that if they're not willing to give it, because you can't force them to give you support. You can take action and give them what they need to support you, but you can't force them to give you the support that you need to be successful. And if it comes down to it, you might need to make some very difficult decisions, whether that is you're going to do it anyway. You're going to take action. You're going to make your dream a success anyway, or you're going to give it your best shot possible. And you're going to have to ignore what your parents say. They might not like it, but you're going to do it anyway. Your friends might give you a whole bunch of trash for it, but you ignore that and you push forward and you do it anyway. Even if they're not going to give you that support, you find people that will. You find the new friends, the new family that can give you that support. The next thing that you need from these people is encouragement. You want to surround yourself with encouraging people. People that if you meet a failure point, they can tell you, hey, you know what? It's not a big deal. You're going to get it the next time. People that can encourage you because they see you're taking action. They can trust you and they're willing to be there to emotionally support you, even in the times that you fall flat on your face, and they're there to pick you up. These are the people that are with you 100% no matter what. And when you have family that support and encourage you, it's magical. When you have a spouse, a partner that supports you and encourages you to live your life to the fullest, that encourages you to live your dream, what gives you absolute fulfillment, it's magical. And when you have friends that support you and give you encouragement in what you want to do, it's the best thing that you can ask for. And realize again, sometimes the friends you have the friends you have right now are not going to be the same friends you have 5 years from now if you decide to change your life and you commit to doing it. Because you start surrounding yourself with different people that encourage you to be more, that push you to be better than you are right now, that encourage you to transform your life, to transform the type of person you are, and really lead that life of fulfillment. Last thing you need is you need understanding. And really ask the people that are closest to you for that understanding. Look, I need you to understand that I want to do something that I've never done before. And I might fall flat on my face, but I need you to understand that that's just part of the process. That I might not be an instant success, but that's part of the process. I need you to be understanding that I might not be able to sit on the couch and just watch TV with you like we always did, because I've got other work I need to do. I have other tasks I need to take action on that are going to push me forward toward my goal. And that's more important to me than sitting on the couch. And sometimes your relationships are going to shift a little bit. And I need you to understand that those shifts are only temporary, but we're growing as a group. If this is with your spouse or your partner, we're growing as a couple. We're transforming in a new way, and I want you to be there with me. If it's your family, I need you to understand that I'm going to have to be doing some things that I normally haven't ever done. If I've got to go record my videos, I want to be able to record those, and I need you to be quiet in the other room, or I need that support from you. I need you to understand that sometimes I'm not going to be around every single moment because I'm working on something better for us. Those are the things that you need from them in order to succeed. And all it takes is having that communication open. It takes having that trust in these other people, having them trust you for them to be able to support you in the way that you need to be supported. Now, again, they might not be able to give you that support right now for whatever reason. And then you're going to have a big decision that you have to make. Are you going to keep living life the way that you always have because you can't get the support from the people you need it from most? Or are you going to commit to doing what it is you want to do anyway and realize what the outcome is? If you commit to doing what you wanted to do anyway and you're right, all of a sudden everything starts to shift. You start living a life of fulfillment, living a life doing the thing that you really want to do. And yet, if you don't take action, if you say, well, the people around me, my friends, my family, my spouse, they didn't want to support me in what I wanted to do, so I just never did it. And in the end, that just leads to resentment. That just leads to a worse marriage, a worse relationship with family, a terrible relationship with friends, where you're always constantly focusing your attention on them as being the reason that you didn't succeed, when the real reason is you weren't the one to take action. And it all comes down to you. Your choices, your decisions, your action. They can support you as much as they will. And you need to give them as much as you possibly can for them to trust you, for them to see what you're doing, and for them to hear about all of the things that you're doing. And when they can trust you completely, you have a better chance of getting their support. And that's what matters most. So surround yourself with those people. Become trustworthy. Follow through with what you said you're going to follow through with. At least show that you're making an effort. And even if you fail, they can forgive failure. What they can't forgive is you promising them the world and then coming up with only an excuse. So I hope this has been powerful for you today. This is the next step in your journey for the 90 days that you are committing to something amazing, to building a life right alongside me that will excite you and fulfill you. And your relationships are critical to have that power and that support behind you so you can achieve your goals no matter what happens. And you have that support to keep trying no matter how many failures you run into. So I'm excited for you. Go talk to your people. Talk to your parents. Talk to your spouse or your partner. Talk to your friends. Let them know what you're doing. Let them know that you need this support from them. This is going to be critical to have these people in your corner throughout the long term. And you're starting to build those relationships right now. So get out there. Tell them you need that support. Tell them you're asking for their support to help you achieve greatness. Get out there and take action now.